the stream next.
Kyle. Probably most people haven't seen PKN. iStory? They must be curious. They've been watching you for 2 hours now, or 2.5.
Yeah, it's a little like black, I guess, on this.
A little swollen.
Still. Yeah.
Looking better than a couple days ago already.
Yeah, it was Tuesday and today's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had to get this. I had a mole like right on the edge of my eyelid. It was really small. I told them it looked like there was a booger on my eyelid, and it was just unsightly. I didn't like how it looked, and I've been wanting to get it off for a while, but I procrastinate things like that. There's a lot of steps you got to get. I had to get one doctor, which is kind of a problem, and then he has to refer me to a specialist. But anyway, I went, and it was a very painful ordeal. They gave me a Valium, which I don't even know what the fucking point of that was, to relax me, I guess. Like, I wasn't nervous.
Wait, didn't you like it?
I mean, I loved it, but it didn't kick in until right about the time I got back home. Like I was high all afternoon.
Oh no. Yeah, I've had a bunch of surgeries, and they give you that. What do they give you? Fentanyl? Is that what they give you?
No, I don't think so. But this is a pill. This is just a benzodiazepine.
I get
this
something
is
in the IV, and I really am a fan.
No, I want to do this as cheaply as possible. And they asked if I wanted an anesthesiologist on board, and I'm like, well, what's he going to do? Is he going to give me gas or like intravenous medications? Like, no. He'll just watch us do what we were already going to do. And I was like, well, fuck that. Let's save $2,000 here. Because like the whole thing like was $1,000. I think it was like $400 for the doc and $600 for like the ancillaries. But anyway, it was more painful than I ever thought it was going to be, because they put some numbing drops in my eyeball, but that was just so that they could put a Q-tip under my eyelid and roll my eyelid back, and it wouldn't be so uncomfortable. And then they put 2 shots of lidocaine directly into my fucking eyelid.
And that hurt too, right? Burned, right?
That's what hurt. That hurt a lot.
Your anesthesiologist sucked, man. Mine comes
I didn't have an anesthesiologist.
He's like, hey, Woody, I'm Dr. Steve. I'll be your bartender for the day. And I'm like, Steve, you seem cool. You and I are going to get along.
I didn't have an anesthesiologist. I just had the doctor, and he shot 2 shots of lidocaine into my eyelid.
I misunderstood the story. There was a guy there who was going to do what
No, they offered an anesthesiologist, and I said, well, what's he going to do? Is he going to give me some drugs? They're like, no. He's going to watch us and monitor your blood pressure. And I'm like, fuck that. That's like $2,000 wasted money. Like, no, I don't want an anesthesiologist. So the doctor shot 2 shots of lidocaine just into my fucking eyelid. And it hurt so much. I didn't scream or anything, but my toes curled in my shoes, and like my hands were crossed on my chest or whatever. And they were just kind of like gripping each other. And after each shot, I just went, that really hurt, He's like, oh, I bet it did. And but he had the thing cut off there in 60 seconds, and then I had this huge eye patch on with like masking tape and gauze that I wore for about half the day, and then I wore sunglasses on the show the other day because my eye was just so fucked up. But yeah, it's already healing. I'm on antibiotics and some antibiotic ointment, so by next week it'll all be healed up, and I'm glad I did it, because it was annoying. I didn't like looking at it.
I've had maybe a dozen surgeries, and at this point I'm good at it. Woody, how you doing? Oh, I'm scared. I have to do this, but I wish I wasn't here. I'm a thrower upper. They call me the upchucker back in high school. And I don't know. Everything kind of hurts a little. Maybe you can help me with something. They're like, oh yeah, we got a cocktail for you. We can solve all that shit. It's gorgeous.
I would have loved some hard drugs. I would have loved some fucking some morphine or some Tylenol 3 or some codeine or anything to really fuck me up. But
anything but one Valium. Yeah.
The Valium was so worthless. It was so worthless, because I got there maybe 5-10 minutes late, and I think maybe if I don't know, it really didn't kick in until like I was getting home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that picture I sent you where if you look at my good eye, it's all droopy, and I sent it to my dad too, and he's just like, you look kind of fucked up. I was like, I kind of am. That Valium was good. That was a big one.
I forgot you were having that thing taken off your eye, because all you texted us that morning was just a picture like from your vantage point laying in a hospital bed in the room, and I was like, oh no. Oh my god, I hope Kyle's okay. And then he's like, yeah, getting this thing off my eye. I was like, oh yeah, fuck, he's not dying.
Yeah, I like to do that to people.
Yeah. They just send a troubling photo with no commentary.
Send the photo and then just give it half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it worked out.
I'm just thinking, not last year, 2 surgeries ago, I did that whole thing. You know, they made me feel happy. I'm telling the nurses, like, man, you guys got an iPhone charger around here? I'd love it if I came out of surgery with a fully charged phone. They're happy to help. Like that, just be grateful. These people are in. Not everyone's nice at the hospital, and if you are, they're happy to charge your phone. Someone's got an iPhone charger in the hospital, and I was away from home, so it was a big deal. It was like, man, this thing's my lifeline to my wife. I've been talking to her. She's nervous. If I came out of this surgery and the phone was all charged up, that'd mean a lot to me. They got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy I finally got that done. It was, like I said, it was really annoying me. I hated it. I hated that thing. Every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, there's a booger on your eyelid. You got to get that off.
And it's right in your eye. You can't see anything but it.
I couldn't see it like out of my eye. I could just see it in the mirror.
For what we told you this before, I never saw it. I see you 5 hours a week.
Yeah, you got to be really close to see it. Like it's. I mean, it was literally. I don't even know what else to describe it as like the size of a booger. Like I don't have an object on my desk that's as small as this thing was, but it was ugly and it needed to go.
And it was like a low-grade cancer scare, maybe, or just was cosmetic?
No,
okay.
No, because there were eyelashes growing through it, which the
right,
doctor said was a good sign as far as that goes. I had that one removed from my side a few weeks ago that I showed you. That was like 4 stitches, and that one was a cancer scare for sure.